I think we can all agree that first place belongs to none other than Fnatic.
No, NB, we're doing the other
We
way
st-
around.
Yeah, we start
We're going
from
from 10th to first.
Yep.
So
Well,
we just
already
cut this
going
part.
well.
No, we just cut just cut this part and just start.
So, hello guys. This is gonna be the first FFC podcast video for a start. We're gonna do tier lists before the season starts. And starting let me introduce the guys first. We got the handsome Misa from Portugal,
Hello, guys.
who is not allowed to leave the country, so we have to
Yes.
come there and rescue him. So welcome Misa, and then we have Gesa, who unfortunately broke his webcam while being drunk.
Yep.
So
Hello, guys.
yeah, hello Gesa, and yeah, this is our team for today. We're gonna be ranking the LEC teams from 1 to 10. And starting off with number 10, we have Astralis with Promise Q. I already forgot the whole roster, but we're gonna come to that later.
The roster is consisted of White Knight, Zanzara, Dajor, Kabe, and Promiscu.
Yeah, this is a team that should not be getting any higher than 9th place. They're gonna struggle a lot, and gonna give Fnatic a lot of free wins. I'm hyped.
I do feel that they are going to give free wins to pretty much everyone. I do not think that they're going to go 0-18, but they have like a good prospect in Dajor. But the rest of the team, besides White Knight, is pretty much like we know what they bring to the table. They are not that good, especially Promiscu, which is still like no one knows why he has a LEC spot in 2022. Makes no sense to me, but okay. But yeah, I don't think that they can make past 10th, honestly, only if they have like a miracle win or other teams just have really, really internal problems or some health problems that just makes them lose so many games.
Yeah, I believe that this year their roster is basically side graded. They didn't upgrade on any position. They had Merge Felix, who was also great talent as mid laner. Now they have Danger, so in the mid they're kind of fine. Top side is okay, I guess, for White Knight and Zazara, but their bot lane is really their struggle point. They have Kobe and Promiscu. This is not probably, but most likely the worst bot lane in the whole league. So it will be struggle for them, especially having like great bot lanes overall in the whole league. They're gonna lose a lot of games.
I got surprised when Jesla got swapped by for Kabe because Jesla was not that bad. It was actually pretty decent, and he was considerably younger than him, so it made 0 sense for me at least.
Yep, Kobe's
Okay.
is probably.
Okay,
So,
now for the number 9.
for number 9.
For number 9, in our list we do have Misfits. Not because they are particularly bad or they are really awful, they're not. But I do think that their team got a bit downgraded, and while the rest of the other teams, the other orgs, either upgraded or side graded, and they just downgraded. They still do have one of the best top laners in EU, which is Irit. In my opinion, he's like one of the best, and he could be contesting for the top spot in the league. He's really good mechanically. He has really high champion pool, but they struggle a bit in jungle and the bot lane. They have, I don't know why they brought was it Neon? Yeah, why they brought
Neon.
Makes no sense why you bring Neon if you want a new ADC. They just have a really bad bot lane on Neon and Mersa, I believe. He was from Gamers Origin. He's not a bad player. He's actually really good, but we just don't know what he brings to the table. He's a rookie. He's really young. He has potential, but I don't think that they can make past ace or ninth.
Like, Misfits, they have good solo laners with your Hirit, like really good solo laners, I would say. You could argue both of them are top 3. Hirit is top 2, I would say. Video can for sure be up there.
Yeah.
Maybe someday, not right now, but he has the potential. But yeah, the other spots, AD carry, support, and jungle are a bit shaky for Misfits. That's why we put them 9th.
Vithio had a really surprising split this last split, so he can for sure be a top 3 this year if he really wants it.
To be real, there we have they have at least two rookies in Zlatan and Mercer, so they can become better eventually. I think spring will be hard for them for sure. Summer could be much better because their lineup is pretty young. Only Neon, like here it is not young, but only Neon is the player that I don't believe can upgrade himself, can't get better over time, but all the other players I think can develop, and for sure if they develop right, one day they can reach playoffs, let's say in summer. But right now it's looking bad for them.
Express the other day tweeted like he made a tweet about the medium age of the LEC teams, and the Misfits were indeed in first place. I don't really remember what was the age, but they are the youngest team in the LEC, which is surprising. But why don't they keep Vander in support position and just have like a veteran bot laner that you can rely on difficult moments? That just
Yeah,
doesn't make sense.
that was questionable. I think Wander is very underrated support. Merza is a bit too unknown for me, honestly. First time I'm hearing this name and never saw him playing. Maybe he has the talent, I just don't
Yeah,
know.
he's
But at the same time, Wander has the experience, and that's really important to have on a support because this is a role that doesn't require the like most mechanics in the game, in my opinion, as a support main. Like you can just go with Leona, point and click, stun someone or whatever. You need
Yeah, guys.
leadership in the support role. A lot of
I agree.
shot calling. Mechanics are a good bonus if you have, but it's all about macro in the end and the calls that your support sends mid game.
I
But
mean,
okay.
let's just agree with what Misfits is
Yep.
doing. Last year they brought Irit, it was unknown as well. Same with Vicious, so this might turn well for them. Let's just see.
Yeah, so we all agree Misfits are ninth. So now in eighth place, this is maybe controversial a bit for some of you guys. So
It's not
please,
maybe.
please don't hate on us. We honestly think the eighth place is Team BDS. Yes, we know BDS. It has huge following, especially from their players. They have pretty much three KC players. Adam, of course, he played for Fnatic, but he's still a KC player. They have huge following. It will be hype team to watch. It's the newest team in the league as well. But like their lineup is Adam, Synchrof, Nuclear, and Xmati and Limit. Of course, Adam reached final, but I think there are a lot of better top laners. Also about Nuclear, Int, and Limit, they finished 10th in summer, so that's not great. I mean, they're not bad players, especially in their like separate mid lane and support pools, but still it's pretty much a new lineup. How how can they play together? Yes, of course you have the synergy from Casey, but still there are a lot of better players in every row, so I think they're gonna struggle. Probably Synchrof, he's not even a rookie in this team. He played for Origin like few years ago when they got demoted back in the days in EOLCS. The only real rookie is Xmati, who I'm hyped about, but I'm not so sure about the rest. Like, yes, of course, Nuclear Int and probably Adam can develop a bit if he doesn't have the mental problems. But yes, so what do you guys think about Team
I mean,
BDS?
at least for me, the word that describes this team is exciting, because they are basically, it's not real, but they are basically four rookies in Adam, Nuclear Int. They're all like really young players that had like one split or two splits, but like really two really short splits where COVID hit us, and it's not like a real experience. So we literally have like four rookies or three, yeah, four rookies, or rookie-ish, and then Limit, which is a pretty consistent support. I think it's pretty good. He had a pretty good last year in spring, and summer was a bit shady, but it's not really his fault. But yeah, I think this team might be exciting. It will for sure be exciting. A lot of young talent. They could be good. They could make playoffs. They can get ninth. They can get eighth. It's all about what really happens this split.
I mean, I'll probably get hate for it, but I think this team is pretty shit. I don't know.
Okay.
Nah,
That's good
for
to
real.
know.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. Like BDS, like I think they're like experience. They have too many players from the ERLs joining us now. Only Limit is the one who is like a bit experienced, and then again, he's not that high on my list, I would say. So I just don't put them that high. Obviously, they have potential in in 2 years, if they stay together, then they can get to playoffs or maybe top 4. But right now, they're fighting with Misfits for the 8th place. Like, really. I would even put them already automatically 9th.
Yeah. I don't know what's the LEC Orcs fetish from bringing a lot of rookies from ERLs. I do enjoy rookies a lot. We can say the example of Caps when he first came to Fnatic. Even Reckless, like in season 2, season 3. He was a rookie, 16-year-old, he couldn't even play. Like, I like the ideas of rookies. But at the same time, why do you want to make a team with 4 really young players, really experienced players? You can just make everything go boom. Like, it's for sure not going to go perfect. So BDS should have thought a bit more into that before putting like 4 really young players besides Limit, which is not, as NB said, a really well-known player, like from being really good or really experienced. He's just good, I guess.
I just hope they bring the mental coach.
Yeah, they do
They're
have a
gonna
mental
need-
coach in BDS. They have a really good mental coach, Chico from the academy. He tweets a lot about it. He says that it's a real difference maker. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, so we have BDS at 8th place, then we're moving on to 7th place, Classic, but we put XL at 7th. I think Macaron and Adrian are really good players. Well, really, I would say solid players. Nuke Duck is a bit over that weight, but yeah, the team is not bad. I mean, they got Finn from CLG, I think.
Yep.
Which I don't think it's that bad, honestly. Finn, when he played for Hogue, yeah, he got kind of stomped by Armut when he reached Worlds, but he was pretty consistent all year long. He played big site a lot. Ever since he came to Europe, he has been like top 2 rank in the ladder. He has been really good. I don't particularly love the trade. I do think that they could get anyone better. I think it will be more exciting if Adam went to Excel, if Excel really wanted to trade for him. But I don't think he's that bad. I don't think he's the worst top player in the league. We are going to discuss it in another video of the tier list top laners. But I don't think he's the worst top laner, honestly. But yeah, I still think that XL is going to get 7th. It's not a meme. It's just a meme at this point.
I believe this team can compete if they play for bot lane. The bot lane is probably the strongest point. They have Patrick, who is proven to be a great bot laner, even though he never had any good team except Origin.
Yeah.
But this team, like their solo laners are a bit questionable, especially in the mid lane. Nukeduck, who is, yes, he's great veteran, like he knows the game, he has Champion Ocean, but mechanically I don't think he can compete at the highest point in Europe at this point. Finn, yes, he wasn't the worst in Rogue, he was a bit shaky, but I think 1 year in NA can be not a good experience for him. I think that's a wasted year and his talent is a bit wasted, but he can prove us wrong. Like, why not?
Yeah.
So,
Same with Perks. He is a EU goat, and he went 1 year to NA and he looked mediocre to at least comparing to EU mids. So let's not look at like Finn's year in NA like he's that player. He's not that player. Obviously, XL had a lot of contenders. Adam, Agresivo, a lot of ERLs, really good ERL top laners, and they managed to get Finn. So there must be a reasoning behind it.
Okay, guys, we gotta move on.
Yeah.
That was XL at 7th place. Then who do we have at 6th, Tisa?
At 6th place, we have SK. At least I am really excited for this team. I think they are pretty good. They upgraded a lot. They had Tritz jungle, which wasn't bad, but it wasn't ideal for them, since Tritz was one of the best supports in the league. So Gilius, I think it's an upgrade from Tritz. Obviously, Tritz is an upgrade from the support they had, which was, let me see. It was Lilip. It's a big upgrade over Lilip. Janax is still a good top laner. Last year, like the spring split, last year it was really good. And yeah, I just feel like this team is it's really interesting.
I think this team will surprise us, actually.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the roster and think, okay, like, nothing special. But I followed Certus for quite some time. He's a pretty solid mid laner. Well, let's see how he does at LEC. The potential is there. He can definitely surprise people. Then we have Genex, who is just a solid all-around top laner in my opinion. And Gilius, well, Gilius can be flippy, but he can also get you to playoffs. Like
He's a veteran.
yeah, he's a
Yeah,
veteran.
I agree. I think SK have probably the third best bot lane in Europe, so that's gonna be huge for them. Jesu and Tritz, they're gonna demolish lanes for sure. So, and they have promising rookie, they have like at this point veteran top laner, and of course a really veteran jungler. So it's all going well for them. I think if they play enough good enough, they can reach playoffs easily. So I think we all agree on SK6, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
They have a really stable team, and
Yep.
the coaching staff is also upgraded, in my opinion. So yeah, I do think that they can get playoffs pretty easily this year. This split, at least.
So I think now we go to the teams that we all think for sure will reach playoffs. And at fifth, maybe controversial, maybe not, we put Rogue. Yes, like they didn't get good replacements, let's say. Not good, but like the level they used to have on jungle and AD carry, but their team is still sick. Like they have a very veteran top laner. They have the sub jungler for DK, Maurang, who played few games for DK and he smashed honestly. So that's great. They still have Warsen, who is uh, not the best, not the worst mid laner, let's say. They have Comp,
Sometimes
who
maybe
is
good, sometimes maybe shit.
yeah, they have Comp, who is promising. Yeah, he's not a rookie, but he's a promising player. He didn't get what he deserved in Vitality. And Trimby, who is honestly decent support. So what do you guys think of Rogue?
Well, I would love to put them higher, but they just lost their best players, in my opinion. Inspired and Hansama were their best players last year. And, well, they got Comp and Malrank instead. It's definitely a downgrade, like, obvious downgrade. I don't know how good Malrank is, but he's a Korean player. He must be good, right?
Yes.
So, and then Comp, well, I also followed his stream a bit back in the days, but I think in Vitality he just got done dirty. The team just was so shit, and the management didn't care at all about improving the team. Okay, they wanted to buy a super team back then already, but just couldn't. I don't know. I felt bad for Comp.
What can be said? They literally lost their two best players. Not only their two best players, but the like two of the top three best players in the league. Inspired was the best jungler by far and the best player. He got MVP. And Asama was, if not the best, he was the second best ADC and also the second or third best player in the LEC. So they really downgraded in those aspects. But the players that they got are still better than the ones we mentioned. Like Malrang is a really promising player. He's, as you know, Korean, so he must be cracked. And Comp, as NB said, he was really done dirty. He's really good. He's still. I still remember the Labrov and the Comp duo, the two Greek gods in the bot lane, and they really did have made some trouble in the bot lane. So I do think that they can get fifth.
Okay, so Rocket fifth, and moving on to fourth place that we think is gonna happen as English. Well,
and Miss World.
and Miss Worlds, yeah, that's well. First,
Yeah, not in
we are
spring,
doing
but
it for spring, okay?
Yeah.
First place is all that matters in the end for MSI. Well,
Yeah.
we got G2 at fourth place. We still like it's still G2, you know. They made some huge changes, some questionable ones. Even I think they wanted to get Hansama, but got Flacket instead. XD.
No, Ansama actually didn't want to play for them.
Yeah.
Ansama.
Well,
didn't
they
work
still
it.
wanted him, but he said no, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, G2, they have BB, Jankos, Caps, Flacket, and Targamas. So, Targamas, he already played in the LEC before. He was the worst support back then.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did his time in KC make him a godlike support suddenly? Well, let's see. I don't believe that. I think Targamas is a bit mediocre. Then Flacket is like really down below, in my opinion. Please, Spanish fans, I beg you, don't kill me for this. It's just an opinion.
Like you just said, Flacket is really underwhelming. Not that he's a bad player or anything, but there were so many better ADCs in the ERLs that are just not in the LEC. I can like name three, so I don't go that long. Jack Spectra, Bean, Even Jesko that went to Vitality B is better than him. Like
Kedui.
I don't know how.
Yeah, Kidue as well from Big.
Yeah, Kedui, exactly Kedui. You literally have like the most stacked position in LEC in Europe is ADC, yet the worst position in LEC is ADC right now. While
Yeah.
last year or last split, it was the most stacked position. We had Crown Shot, Heikless, Comp. Comp was a sub, bro. Like what the fuck? And this year you have Kabe, you have a Flak. What the fuck are you doing, man?
Unforgiven and stuff.
Unforgiven, like, but yeah, I don't
Uh,
know.
we
Yeah,
can
go
we
for
can say their bot lane is not their best point, and yeah, it might get smashed, but we cannot forget their top side is really decent. They have Caps who can be the best mid laner by far. He can be the worst as well sometimes, clubs and stuff. But their jungler still is Jankos, who is the goated EU jungler, right?
yeah.
So and BB, of course, he's a great top laner. So they have points from which they can win games. They have players that can win them games. But I still don't think this team is yet good enough to reach top three.
Yeah.
Maybe in summer if their bot lane develops. But right now, I think fourth place is like solid for them.
Yeah, like you just said, if they play through top side, if they play through BB carry and bot side just weak side, or and caps also carries of course. But if you just put bot weak side, you can manage it. It's fine. It's like Rogue in 2019. You have Finn, so okay, let's play for Ansama. It's fine, more than fine. But if you try one game to play through bot side, you're doomed. You're actually doomed.
Okay,
Okay.
so G2 at fourth place. Then moving on, Isa, who do you think is
yeah.
gonna be third place?
In third place, we have Mad Lions, the two-time champions, the two-time state champions. They were back-to-back champions. They did downgrade in both ADC and the mid lane, but as we just said, the downgrades are still like really decent. Like they have Ricker in mid now. Of course, they have Unforgiven, which is surprising. Honestly, is not that it's bad, but it's surprising. And also, we got them third. Basically because of their staff, like their team, their coaches. They are the best coaches I've honestly ever saw. Even I think Mac is even better than Dylan Facco back in his prime. He's really good. He never. I don't think he lost a draft in LEC. In Worlds he did, but in LEC he didn't lose one single draft. It's just Mad Lions, I guess. I can't put them any lower than third.
Yeah, well, Mad Lions, they got Unforgiven. I never watched him play, so and I just don't think like a random rookie will outperform Karzi in his first year. It will take time. With the right coaching staff, he will get there eventually, but it will definitely take time. And well, they lost their best player in Humanoid to us, to Fnatic, and it just they fell a bit for me. Like no
Yeah.
way in hell they get first place somehow. There's no way. Third place is like the perfect place for Mad Lions in my opinion.
Yeah,
They hit a brick wall here in my opinion.
I have to agree on this one. I think they still kept great players like Elyoya and Kaiser, who are honestly one of the best on their positions, especially Elyoya. I think right now he's the best jungler probably in EU. But still, they have two rookies in mid and bot lane. Ricker, he seems like a great potential.
Yeah.
He can reach heights, I believe, at least. But I'm not so sure about their AD carry. I haven't seen him much play. I know he played for SK
That's
Prime.
good. He was good,
Yeah,
honestly. He was really good.
yeah.
But his
Uh,
SK Prime is not LEC. Like it's whatever.
yes, but they have the German synergy,
Yeah.
so this could work for them. But I think third place is, especially the two other teams we have, who they can't get better than them right now, at least. So at second, this might be surprising for some. This might not be. I think we can all agree. At second, we have Vitality.
Oh no.
Yes, they have their super roster finally after years and years and years of making it. They finally got Alfari top lane, who is obviously really good. They have Selfmade, great player, Perks, the EU GOAT. They have Karzi, who just won 2 EU titles in a row, and Labrov, who is honestly really underrated. but still their top laner reached semifinals in NA, their mid laner reached semifinals. It's not like they had great years. Still, like skill-wise, they're insane. Of course, Perks knows what it means to win Karzi so recently. So yeah, they have things going for them, but I don't believe right now they're better than Fnatic roster. So yep. What do you
So
guys
the
think?
thing about Vitality players, in my opinion, they're all amazing players, but then you look at someone like Alfari, self-made Perks, they can be a bit uh, egoistic. Okay, like Perks is more of a leadership role type of player, but Alfari and self-made can definitely like explode within the team and cause some drama out of nowhere if they start losing. Like, that roster has so much experience, so much potential together. They, I put them at the same tier as Fnatic because I think it's just gonna be a two-horse race. Whole 2022, in my opinion, it's gonna be just between Fnatic and Vitality. But uh, in my opinion, Vitality just won't click together
Yeah,
to
they
beat
have a
Fnatic.
really high ceiling. They can just make it work, but if they do implode, it's going to be a real problem
Mm-hmm.
for them. But as you were saying, like they have a really stacked lobby. They have a really stacked team. But I do think that their problem is bot side. Even though Karzi was a two-time champion this year, Kaiser didn't want to play with him for a reason. He kind of I don't like Karzi as a player. Not that he's bad, but I don't think that he's that good. So if he starts to fuck up a lot and the team gets mad because of what you said, like the imploding thing, like self-made Perks even getting mad, or even Alfari, Kazi is going to be the reason if they implode. He's going to be the reason because he's going to fuck up a lot. It's just like I know that Humanoid is in Fnatic and I do love Fnatic. I'm one of the biggest Fnatic fans in the world. But like humanoid Karzi just overstays a lot. He likes to go for risky plays. That can be good, especially with Perks, since Perks loves those type of plays. But if it goes wrong, it might like really get back to them in the team.
Also, one thing, yeah, Labrov is a bit underrated, but from what I see, like he doesn't seem the type of guy who is very vocal within the team.
Yeah,
And well, when you have Perks on your team, like self-made Alfari, I think he will shit his pants and be scared to talk. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. That might happen actually.
I'm getting this vibe out of him, but okay, they will just play through topside. I think Vitality. I think bot lane will be weak sided.
Yeah, and as it should be honestly. Okay, so for first place NB, what do we have?
Well,
Surprise.
I don't know. It might come a bit surprising, a bit controversial, but it's none other than Fnatic. Finally, we put them first. This is an unbiased tier list, by the way. We actually put G2 fourth, even though they deserve 10th in my books.
Yep.
But yeah, Fnatic. Well, let's start at the top. Like we have Wunder. Wunder can definitely become the best top laner in EU again, better than Alfari, like he was in 2019. I hope the motivation comes back for him. I hope really that he gains the shit out of League of Legends again and that it's more fun, that it's fun again for him to play League. Because, well, I don't know how serious it was with World of Warcraft, but
No.
I hope it wasn't that serious. And I
It
hope,
wasn't that serious,
yeah.
man. I don't know. Media makes it a lot like it was Wonder's fault, but like I've seen a lot of G2 games ever since he came to Fnatic, and it's not his goddamn fault, bro. It's the
Mhm.
team's fault. They're just rotating like shit. Their macro was complete ass. Picking Sivir because you have no champion pool, it's not the way to go, man. Or Jhin every game, or every other game. Wonder played actually had a really good solid. He had a solid year last year.
He did
He
what
was
he could.
Yeah, exactly, and it got so many hate. And the WoW thing, it's just a meme. It doesn't actually play WoW 24/7. He does play League. You can check on his op.gg. He has quite a few games a day, and it's off season.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
saw he's doing with who was it, Razork a
yeah,
lot.
Hazard counts, smart round. Yeah,
We
and we do have to realize that we have the best bot lane in LEC. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, we
really-
have to agree. We have the best mid laner, best AD carry, and best support. Basically, we have 3 of the 5 rows like with the best players. So this means a lot. This means for sure a lot.
Mhm.
Of course, Wunder had doubtful year with G2, but that whole team, as we talked, struggled. And we have Razork, who was actually the best player alongside Hirit in Misfits last year. They carried the hell out Misfits. So yeah, he's really promising. He's actually quite young. He's born in 2000, I think. Yeah, so he's 21, and he can develop into probably S tier jungler. He has the players around it. So yeah, I think 3 S players and 2 A players. This is definitely winning.
Yeah, and not because Razork is now a Fnatic player, but Razork was a really good player during the entirety of playoffs. Every single round, he was really good. He was really correct. And this champion pool is honestly really well. He's really good because he always plays meta. He's not here to fuck around and play his pocket pick team with jungle that might win you a game. He's going to pick whatever is best right now, and that's what I love about him.
Mhm.
If needed, he can also pull his echo. So yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, I forgot about that one.
I don't particularly like Echo as a jungler, but if he picks it, I'm not.
If it's Razork Echo, then we accept it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So, Humanoid, Upset, and Healy, well, yeah, those are the players who are the best in our lists. If I'm not wrong, I think, yeah, they are the best.
Yep.
Humanoid just had a really good 2021. He was by far the best player on Mad Lions, and Healy and Upset were just by far the best bot lane, and I don't think Healy and Upset will have competition coming to 2022. I think the bot lanes are really weak. Only maybe some bot lane like SKs could, challenge Healy and Upset, but overall Fnatic should be beating someone like SK every time,
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the tier list for the LEC teams. So from 1 to 10 we have Fnatic, Vitality, Mad Lions, G2, RG, SK, Excel, BDS, MSF, and Astralis. Yeah,
Guys, make sure you type in the comments what do you think about our list, what is your list, how would you rank the teams, and yeah, give us constructive criticism if you want. I hope you enjoyed the video as well.
And don't forget that we are going to have another parts for the top laners, jungle, mid laners, ADCs, and support. So keep posted for that one. Get the bell on so you know when the video drops. And yeah, guys, until the next time, we are the FFC. See ya.
peace.
So